Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Izzy Nuratria Miti Malik, AS010320, and our group will be presenting on the correlation and regression analysis between hours of doing activities during the day and the sleeping hours of the students at night. Getting enough sleep is very important. The average sleeping hours for adults are between 7 to 9 hours per night in order for them to recover their energy and become efficient the next day. Theoretically, the longer the time taken to do activities during the day, the longer the sleeping hours needed, between 7 to 9 hours for average adult. However, the sleeping hours can be as short as 2 hours per night or even less due to the workload such as assignments for the students. Lack of sleep can cause many complications and can affect the quality of the sleep and our body health. So, our objectives in conducting this experiment is to study the relationship between the hours of doing activities during the day and sleeping hours of the students at night. Secondly, to predict the sleeping hours of the students if the hours of doing activities during the day varies. And thirdly, to identify the causes of irregular data obtained from the relationship between the hours of doing activities during the day and the sleeping hours of the students.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azharul Aidil bin Azharuddin, AS10753. So now, for the methodology, we collect the data from students University Putra Malaysia, UPM, through an online survey made with Google Form. In this study, the time spent on the activities per day was the independent, and the duration time for sleep was the dependent variable. The correlation of the graph is negative 0.13, which was negative correlation value. The correlation also gives sign that the graph is low negative correlation due to the value is far from negative 1 and 10 to 0 correlation. Therefore, there is likely to have no discernible relationship between fluctuations of the variables.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazrul Mubi bin Osman, AS11412, and I will talk about the finding based on our study. So, based on our study over 40 students, we can get the results to be like this. So, we can calculate the value of SSX equal to 221.78, the value of SSY equal to 46.34. So, the value of SSSY is equal to negative 12.81. So overall, the value of R equal to negative 0.13. So based on the graph 2, we can find the equation equal to Y equal to negative 0.0578 x and the plus 5.8801, which means equal to the y-intercept. So the value of R squared equal to 0.016.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azam bin Muhammad Kamil. Reference number AS11374, and I will be presenting the recommendation of our poster. So basically the result that we get is negative, which means that the result that we get is not exactly from what we expected to be. So why would this happen? Because sometimes it's several factors. One of it is the questionnaire itself. The questionnaire itself, maybe the question might be difficult to be understandable by people, and also the person itself who answer it, the respondent, may answer the question dishonestly. So the result may be opposite from what we expected to be. So people, if they know the actual question, they may answer it dishonestly. But when we twist a little bit the question, we create actually it's be the same question as the actual question when asked, but may sound different. So people may maybe unnotice about, maybe they'll notice about the question, and they will hopefully answer it more honestly. So that's for the number one. Basically when respondent try to answer the question, they would be confused about where on the scale their answer should be. So that's the number two. We need to fix the scale, because the inaccuracy most often come when people feeling their answer in the scale. They don't know where exactly their answer should be in scale, maybe, and most of them will pick on the most middle scale, and that's the most of inaccuracy come from. So we need to create a much simpler scale and easier to understand for the respondent, so the respondent would know what exactly the question asking them, and know what exactly the question want them to answer it. So that is for the number two.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fitri Ijani binti Syawuddin. My matric number is AS0104. Okay, I will explain the conclusion of our observation. So, from our data and calculation, the value of R is equal to negative 0.13. It shows that the slightly negative relationship exists between the hours of doing activity during the day and the sleeping hour of the student at night. From our observation, we can predict the sleeping hours of the student if the hours of doing activities during the day varies. Mostly, the hours of student doing activities is in range 8 to 11 hours, and the sleeping hours of the student sleeping at night in range 5 to 6 hours. Finally, the causes of irregular data that we obtain from the relationship is because the students sleep less due to the workload, such as assignments and projects that they do. That's all from me. Thank you.